Hello, it is Oxen. Man's out here. I just got done with my Wim Hof breathing method, hyperventilation fucking routine with the grounding, and I'm on about 2 grams of shrooms, just a little. That's not very much for me. The other day I took like 12 grams, and that's what I want to speak about a bit. It basically, I've kind of like verified that everything's in the mind in terms of, right, I had hallucinations that were so fucking insane, like literally like synchronicity for crazy hours, undeniable insights. But not only like am I thinking whatever, it's like literally my phone started playing a song that has so much meaning to me, like, but my phone was on the other side of the room for ages. Like, I know what happened. I can speculate and say, oh, it was a bug, or I know what happened. It was Billie Eilish's Everything I Wanted. And the thing about that song is, it says, I had a dream, I got everything I wanted, not what you think, and if I'm being honest, there might have been a nightmare. And at the end it goes, if I knew it all then, would I do it again, would I do it again? And I only discovered that song on previous mushroom trips. Like, I found it a few months ago on after a breakthrough, and it was so like perfect, because when it goes, if I knew it all then, would I do it again, that's an insight that I had, that I would do the whole thing again, because I'd realised that everything was love. And then just now I was listening to it, I just fucking cried by the lake, because I said, I know what happened, I don't need to speculate and say, was it a bug or something. It's like, literally, if you take enough, that's what actualize.org says, a lot of the errors is that you take way too much. And if you take way too much, you will collapse reality completely. You will leave your body, like, the world became my fucking body. And then the song says, that I realised when I was just if I could change the way that you see yourself. And guess what? I changed the way I saw myself in terms of solipsism and the world being my fucking body. Listen, I know it's fucking madness. I always kind of want to get off psychedelics and just get on grounded personal development. But the thing is, I said to myself just then, I think I'm actually addicted to truth. The reason why I abuse psychedelics is because, as Leo Gura says, it's like, for accessing truth, the day-to-day routine is not that. You know, you might be in wage slavery, you might be in, you know, whatever, just normal, rigid consciousness. The reason why I want to take mushrooms all the time is because it connects me to God. And there's almost a depression that comes with not being connected with God. Like, and even traumatic, he goes, microdosing psilocybin mushrooms, I will never stop it, because it helps me improve my vision and turns my eyeballs telescopic, and we're all telepathic, I'm speaking deep of course, our human brain is more than capable of reading thoughts. And it's like, when I'm in that realm of hyperconnective, like, God consciousness, there's no denying it. So it's like, you can become addicted to psychedelics, because I am. Well, the main thing is, don't worry, family. I'm on the best path I've ever been on. I've never felt prouder of myself. But but the thing is, the hallucinations were so crazy. I did go into pure delusion. But it's like, I can tell that everything, like, you come down and you forget. I actually wanted to forget. So what I broke into, this is the funny thing. Like, a lot of my mates say, like, as soon as they take it, they just want to go back. They regret it. And, like, you see, and rigid consciousness, normal everyday, is a gift. The fact that you can just be at such a low vibration. It's easy. But I broke into such a truth where I was aware that all sense perception is ultimately just sense perception, and there's no distinction between self and other, and everything is just sense perception. You know, it's just colours and sounds. And that was me. I was the colours and sounds, and there was no more depth to it. But it was terrifying, and I wanted to go back. So I tossed and turned in bed. I even put on a sleep meditation. I was trying to go back. But when you're back, you just want to go back. And that is how reality bugs itself in order to create the game that is love. It's just an illusion, bruv. The grass is always greener on the other side. Like, I'm addicted to truth, but as soon as I get it, I don't want it anymore, because I realise that the real like, yeah, I need to know that, right, I'm in direct contact with truth, right, God realization, full blast, amazing. But the thing is, it shatters the illusion, and the illusion is necessary in order for you to have this dualistic life that you believe, and to play personal development, to play, am I going to get a girlfriend, to play working on yourself, to play going to work. Oh my God, I thought that was one of them then. I thought that was a Liberty cap. That is not a Liberty cap. See, the Liberty caps, the stems do not snap. Which these clearly do. Well, I don't know actually. No, they don't. That's definitely not a Liberty cap though. They're not that colour. They're like, Liberty caps are brown normally. But yeah, I'm just saying. So yeah, so let me get to some of the delusion, right? And really, it was just one mind, so there was no delusion. I literally got, like, stay away, no matter what the fuck you think you've broken into, what truth. Do not go and, like, stay away. Stay far away up in nature before you, don't go back to the crib. Or don't start talking to people and acting on the world a bit, because you'll be fucking surprised, mate. So you can be, I was confident that me and my mother was on the same page. She was like, oh, you're on mushrooms again. And I said, what is other? She was like, what do you mean? And then I basically broke it down quick time, and I was like, yep. So sense perception that we're perceiving now, like, what can you define as other? Like, we're both life force, and I ended up explaining. We're the universe just looking at itself, through itself. And then she started continuing about the mushrooms, and I said, like, whatever. I saw her as, like, Buddha, basically, just playing duality. And I can't lie, it's like, it's truth in a way. Like, yeah, I'm open to the fact that my mother has her own consciousness and awareness behind the scenes, right? I'm not gonna be a complete solipsist and say that no one exists, right? And it's all a dream. But when you dream at night, you can dream different entities, but they're all within your own mind. You understand that? How do we not know that's what's happening right now? Anyway, she was going on like she normally does with her kind of like, I'm not hating at all. Like, I thought it was so beautiful in the moment. She was just being how my mother was, and the beauty I was perceiving in my mum was insane. She was just, oh, I wish you'd just stay off the mushrooms. And I saw how she was just acting in the drama. But when I come down from it, it's like, you forget. Anyway, I when she started go, stay off the mushroom, like, but she was being happy kind of, and she wasn't hating. I said, I kind of just said like, there's nothing to say, everything's already said. I hugged her. I felt her posture and her whole body like I never felt like that. These are the power of mushrooms to an extent. It's like, yeah, there may be like aspects of delusion in there, but the beauty and the like, that I will never unsee what I saw in my mother, and the way that I hugged her and felt like her whole posture as a human, like the whole like build of her. When I felt that connection, and then when I hugged her, I just said hello, and then she started to cry, and I didn't say anything, but I was almost just gonna say, Mum, look at me. And like, I don't know, but I didn't. She just started to cry, and then I just said like, I love you. And yeah, like, there was fear around. I know this is very personal, but like, the thing is I wish that someone else kind of in the same kind of situations, like lost in this grid of concrete and stuff, if there is anyone else, which is why I even hesitated to speak on this for a bit, because it was like there was no one else to even teach, and it's scary, man. Awakening is fucking pretty terrifying. Or whatever you want to call it, spiritual, psychedelic use is quite terrifying. It can be. That path is long, long, long. Prepare to rediscover yourself. But, even now, the energy perception is so crazy. Anyway. She kept saying to me about the mushrooms and that, like, but I think I was genuinely in a perspective, like, when I was witnessing what she was telling me, it's like she was just playing her role of the ego, like how I was all my life. You know how everything needs contrast, fundamentally. Everything is like divided infinity. That's how I saw my mother, in a sense. It was just like, it was just another part of the yin and yang. So that's why I didn't feel like there was any need to speak. Yeah, and then so we parted ways and it was all sound. I tried to pursue going to a swimming pool that was fucking closed, and then I realised it was closed, and because I called my mum and she was like, it's closed. I was like, why would they do that? I was just spinning off, bro. I was looking at the buses, but I was trapped in an infinite time loop where I was like, right now, the tension of the moment right now and the tension of your body, I was just, you know, all of this was clearly pure imagination, because just after I hugged my mother, that's when that song come on, and then it came on by itself, and as soon as that happened, I was like, nah, because it was so fucking clear. It's like such interconnected God consciousness. Watch Leo Gura's poetic description on God consciousness. Watch that. That is what fucking happened to me. Finally. I kept saying, finally, all night. Finally, good night. I wasn't even capable of thinking, bro. I was literally laying in bed. Finally, just like repeating in my head. It was kind of a bad trip, but I'm just like wise at this point where I can't really have like a full-blown fear trip. I've had them in the past. But I did want to go back. I wanted to forget about it. So I put on a sleep meditation. Right? And it was like, okay, we're gonna go to sleep now with some frequency music in the background, right? I want you to imagine a tropical beach. As soon as it said that, I was like, nah! Then I realised I was basically fucking doing a guided astral projection, for fuck's sake, right? And I was, because of the God consciousness awareness of how everything's literally a dream. I had a dream, I got everything I wanted. I was literally waiting to be transported to a different place. I was like, aha, I understand why I've never been on a plane, I've never left the country. It's because right now I've had this ultimate breakthrough. I said to my mum, I said, the jig is up. It's just God dreaming everything. That's what I said before I hugged her. The jig is up. It's just God dreaming life. And afterwards I was speaking to her, I was like, was I confusing you the whole time? I thought we was on the same page. So it's very tricky business. But the thing is I can't deny what psychedelics have done for me. They literally healed my traumas full blast. And the connection I feel with the nature, it's like, I can't deny that it's not all butterflies and rainbows, don't get me wrong, but it's very, very tricky business. But anyway, regardless of the cognitive realm, often I end up believing in narratives, I find. Maybe that's what I need to, like, because I do a psychedelic experience and I go, aha! Solipsism! And then I just act on that, or, aha! Aha! I found a video that told me on trips before, this page called Starseed Codes, and it goes, if you are hearing this message, you are now aligned to the new Earth timeline. And as soon as it said that, I knew that I was. And I believed that I was. But as far as I was aware, but the thing is, that belief actually changes my perception of reality. It's like, people just like, I know like the Buddhist school, and I did say to myself on this trip the other day of the 12 grams, like, I've always said to myself that the mind is like, it's got so much potential for being a realm of hell. But, I don't think it's as simple as just turn off the mind. I don't think that's not the highest truth, bro. I think actually Buddhism, I know you're going to think this is a bit mad saying this, there's dogma in Buddhism, I think. Ideology, nearly. I know it's not, it's the opposite of ideology, in a sense. But that's not the highest truth, like, you know what I mean? Like, Buddhist and all them, man, like, yeah, I get it, you might be accessing no mind and the Tao, full blast, right? But what about, like, dual multiplicity, fucking, like, full blast psychedelic experiences, Pause the video. Anyway, when I was doing that guided astral projection, yeah, I didn't actually end up getting transported to the beach, but nearly. I could smell the air of the beach. I could feel the breeze. I could hear the trees. And it was I was nearly there. I was nearly there. And I know it's possible. Bro, this sunlight is incredible. Oh my god. This synergy of fasting with mushrooms and grounding and sunlight and exercise and breath work. I've got the cure for everything. I swear, I know that's just schizophrenic, but like, I can't deny what's happened to me in the past. Like, literally, it only literally takes 2 weeks. This is you know, all that depression that you've been dealing with for so fucking long, yeah? Like, I got this from Hamza. Years and years of poor mental health. I know, obviously, let go or whatever the fuck, but honestly, mate, it's like, look, if you're gonna eat shit food, and if you're gonna wind up hating yourself for eating shit food, and like, basically, you've been half-assed in your life for too long, and like, you're struggling with the desires, you know, and now I've burned through that karma, so to speak. See Actualize.org's video, Burning Through Karma, where he speaks on like I've went through, I've pursued, like, I was fighting with my ego, and I went for the sugar loads of times, and I got it, and it was pleasurable, and that might have been healing in its own way, and so I'm grateful in a sense. I've come, like, amor fati, everything that happens to me happens to me. Look into that, amor fati by the Stoics. But yeah, basically, if the cure to depression is just take control, also let go, but at the same time, it's hard to let go because you did incarnate, and you can't let go completely, can you? You have survival in you. So this is the thing, let go. Like, this is the right. So if you Mr. Nature, Miss Sunshine, Alan Watts, and all these, like, airy fairy fucking and Ram Dass, right? They want to tell you, yeah, we're on a training ground to be content regardless of form. Which is true in a way. But at the same time, like, understand this. You do have, like, survival instincts built into you. And good luck letting go of that, you know what I mean? Like, good luck letting go and just walking into a fire or into the ocean full blast. Hello. So you can look like that, or you can look like this. Sorry. But look, obviously love yourself. Self-love is really the key. Self-love is the key, to be fair. That's the key to depression, self-love. And healing actually begins, and you can only really take action to go towards self-love once you... towards self-actualization, once you learn self-love. Self-love is the base of all healing. And that's another thing to note. On that 12-gram trip I was on about the other day, Liberty Caps, by the way, I ended up messaging my dad, like, fucking loads of voice messages, and my mum, and screen recording voice messages that I sent to my dad and sending it to my mum about stuff that happened in the past and past traumas and breakups and the vision for the future. And it's like, oh my god, you literally completely lose control, bruv. So I think psychedelics are way more practical, like microdose, like 2 grams for me won't do fuck all. Like a 3-5 for me, I don't think that will ever break me through ever again. Even 5 grams, no, 5 grams will do it. Fuck me. I mean, it depends. But 5 grams is hefty. But fuck me, I've never taken that dose ever in my life. So yeah, that's the thing, is you're gonna come back the next day and you're gonna be like, what the fuck happened? So if you don't want to, like, completely shatter and fucking collapse reality, then don't take fucking 12 grams. The microdoses are a lot more, like, efficient potentially for, like, being practical. I love it. Like, that's so weird how they do that, to be fair. I don't know, it's just stupid. The government just need to make a path through here, but instead it makes everyone parkour over this fucking stream. I don't know, stupid. But look, I'm out of here anyway, I've got to go. Today's going to be a good day. It's all love is the main thing. All this confusion, it's like, you're fooling yourself because you love it. The whole thing's love. you even love that you don't love it. It's so fucked up. And oh yeah, I got traumatized with love, essentially. That's what happened the other day. But the thing is, you come out and it's a complete rebirth. Like the acute, after that, and then a deep sleep, and like getting some good food in me, like the acute awareness that I woke up with. I was like, oh my god, how the fuck do I wake up in this? And this world of duality, like it's madness. Anyway, I love you.